we are good to go. So, just as I'm saying, guys, there's I love you too. I love you too. That guy who's saying love you, bro. There's a huge debate on TikTok and YouTube pages that I own. Uh, this thing talking about fighting for love, and um, so many people, got this video, and a lot of comments were there. I think I should just look at this video on TikTok and go through some comments and um, try to explain to you why some people don't always understand posts and why it is important always to try to understand from which perspective is um, the video and why it is important for you to know, to see, and also to understand. So the question tonight is it okay? Is it fine to fight for love? Let me see your comment in the comment section. Is it okay to fight for love? Is there any particular time that it is okay to force someone to love you? Like to fight and make sure that you are getting that love that perhaps is not coming your way, but you feel is yours. Do you have the power? Do you have the authority to fight and keep someone in your life who you think belongs to you and is trying to, you know, get away? Let me see your comments, guys. Let me know what you're saying about this. Um, and let me also see if you've got experience about this. Have you ever tried to fight for love? How did it go when you are trying to fight for that love? How did it go? Was it easy to fight for it? Or was it so difficult that you promised yourself that you will never fight for love again? This is what I want to know. And let me just see. I'm trying to get this video, and I'll just read some few comments in this video here that we had today. It was a it is a very technical video, by the way, and understanding it might be very difficult. And I don't blame those people who did not understand that video. The video was talking about, fighting for love, which to some extent is not really fighting for love. Those who watched it understand or did get what I was talking about. But I just wanted to read some few comments and respond to these comments so that you can understand what I was talking about. So there's this lady who got 16 likes on her comment, and this is what she said to this video. Okay, I don't agree with you with this today, cause some people, the moment they realize you're trying to have them, then they will treat you like a trash. This can't be me. Like this lady was trying to say that she can never fight for love. And it is not just fighting for love. When you listen to that video properly, my point was there are some things that are much more valuable than just love itself. And therefore, if someone is giving you the vibe, if a man has got the vibes that you are looking for from a man to make a relationship work for you, if a woman has got a vibe, in this video, I will be explaining to you guys why this generation today, we find it so difficult to fight for love. Yet, our parents who gave birth to us fought for life. And it's because of that fight that we exist today. But we are finding it so difficult to fight for love, to fight for the people we claim, because, as I always say, we're only claiming we love people, but we never love anyone. This is the truth. A lot of people don't love. A lot of people are just in relationships because a man approached them and told them they look so beautiful, told them they want them to be their women, told them, I want to make you a queen, told them, oh, You're gorgeous. Look at your legs. You've got long legs like an ostrich. And you know, this is the most famous animal or bird that everyone wants to look. And the woman fell for it. And boom, they're in relationship. They don't even understand what love itself means. Then now we are here in a conversation where we are saying, can you fight for love? The question is, do you even know love itself? You don't. So how can you tell us that you can't fight for it? You don't even know what it is. And because people haven't tasted what love is all about, people go here and there. Oh, don't fight for love. You cannot force love. You cannot, if a man doesn't want you, let him go. If a woman doesn't love you, let them go. But let me tell you something. Our parents, the women who gave birth to us, fought for love. The men who gave birth to us fought for love. But they were only wise when they were doing it because they were doing it for someone who is special. They were doing it for a reason because they knew what they needed from this woman. Today we are in relationship. We don't even know what we are looking for in these men or women. Ask somebody, what are you looking for in him? You'll hardly get even a single answer. Ask any lady out there, what are you looking for in this man? You'll hardly get an answer. Ask a man out there, what are you looking for from this woman? You hardly get an answer because we don't know. We're just in relationships. We are not in love. You see, when you love something, I can tell you, we always say that we lose ourselves. You can do anything to protect that thing that you love. But the moment you cannot fight for the person you claim you love, that's not love. See, I also teach, I also tell people that you should not force, you should not beg, you should not fight for it. You don't just fight for love, but you have to fight for a value. You have to fight for something that you know its meaning, its power, its strength. You have to fight for something that has brought change into your life. Our parents fought for love. That's why, I replied to a certain guy here. I think that comment is here. Um, Another lady said, I fight for my own for like 1 year now, and he went and married another person, coming back to marry me as a second wife. No way. You see, these are the kind of the people I'm telling you, they are in relationship, but they don't know exactly what they are looking for in this from these relationships. They're just in those relationships like, he's my boyfriend, he needs to marry me. What value are you showing to this person? What value are they putting into your life? What are you there for? Are you there just because of anyone can marry you after all? See, guys, if it is just because of marriage that you are in relationship, you are with that guy because he promised to marry you, you can never fight for that relationship. Trust me, because any other man out there can marry you. If you are in that relationship because he is kind, because he is giving you money, because he doesn't beat you, let me tell you, you can never fight for that relationship because anyone out there can be kind to you. Anyone out there can love you without beating you. There has to be a value. There has to be something unique. There has to be something that makes you feel this is the only man I need in my life. You will fight for that man. Fighting for a man or a woman is not argument. Fighting for them is to own them. When we talk, the problem with social media today is like we have a very small mind. You get a video of 1 second or a video of 2 seconds or a video of 15 seconds, somebody saying that you have to fight for love. And then you're like, huh? Me? I get my man with another woman, then I have to fight to bring him back into my life. Oh, how can a man cheat me and then I'm just there relaxing? That is not fighting for a man. That is not fighting for a woman. That is now fighting with a problem. You see, when I mean When you have a man who has got a value, you have to fight for them. This value cannot be replaced by somebody who is cheating. He lacks values. So, how are you going to fight for somebody who doesn't have value? You've got to understand here. You can never let go when someone has got value. All right? And this is how it happens. Every relationship has got ups and downs, and you will have those ups and downs. And in my video, I was talking about when those downs come, sometimes there's no food. Sometimes you do not even know how to solve an issue. This person is high and he's up and he's shouting, he's doing all the drama. Are you going to leave them just because of that drama? This person never cheated. He's got all the vibes you've been looking for. He's treated you well. He's got that uniqueness in him that makes you feel like he's your father if you're a woman. She's got everything that you're looking for. She's got this uniqueness that when you see her, you see your mother in her. When you see her, you see your daughter in her. But something happens in between, and she's getting mad. She's even breaking glasses in the house. She's trying to, go wild. Are you just going to leave that woman because of that incident? This is my point, guys. There comes a time that you have to fight for the love. Fighting for the love is not keeping a man who is cheating. Fighting for love is not forcing a man who doesn't love you to love you. Fighting for love is keeping something that has got value, and there is something that is coming to destroy it. Sometimes I tell some women that you see, if your man has not cheated, hasn't been cheating, has never cheated, and then you come across a message that looks like he is trying, or it's the first time he's been in contact with a certain woman because of ABCD, maybe you don't understand why this conversation is there. If that guy has got a value, you don't need to shout at that man. You need to ask yourself some simple question. What led him to this? What am I not doing right that is leading him to start having these kind of conversations with some other women? There comes a time when letting go is not the option. There comes a time when you have to stick to what belongs to you and you have to make it yours. Let us not just leave things like, oh, I cannot fight for love. Do you even know what love is? Have you ever experienced love itself? You have never. You've been in relationships because people are in relationships. You're with a man in your life, all you share is money and sex. There's no love, nothing. Without those good sex, without those good money he's sharing with you, you'll not be with him. Is that love? Is that what you want to tell us is love? It's not. So, how will somebody who is only sharing the benefits of bed and the benefits of the pockets understand how important it is to fight for love? When any man out there can give you good sex, when any man out there can give you money, how are you going to fight for it? First of all, we've got to understand the meaning of love. We've got to understand the meaning of value. What value is somebody adding into your life that you cannot separate from your life? Another person said that sometimes you might end up dying trying to hold on it, or rather fighting for it. And this is the poor mentality of our generation today with love. When you tell people that you've got to fight for that thing, you have got to hold on to that man. What people see always is negativity. Like you have to hold on him because he is cheating you. When I have to fight, maybe he doesn't love me. Why should I fight? It is never about negativity. It's about positive. You're fighting for something that belongs to you. You are holding your territory. It is said that a lion, mates, okay, 300 times in, I don't know, in a whole day or maybe a month, I don't know, like 15 times I don't know how it's put. I don't know how that thing goes, but there is how it is put. But it's a summation of 15 rounds per minute, which sums to 300 times, I think, a day. And when the lion has got a female or a lioness near them, they protect that lioness and they make sure that they are the only lion sleeping with that or mating with that lioness. And they make sure that the children born from that lioness is from their own blood. Nobody knows about that. Did you know that a lion does not allow any other lion to sleep with the lioness he has slept with until that lioness conceives? But they are in the bush. Remember, they're in the bush where there's a lot of other lions. But the moment he jumps on that lioness and mates with her, he will protect and defend that lioness until that lioness gets pregnant. He is the only one who will be mating with her. Where are our men to protect and defend their women? Because we don't know the meaning of love. We don't know the importance of planting our own seed in that womb. But lion does more than we do. You see, I asked this guy, the guy who said sometimes you might end up dying trying to hold on. I asked him a question that you are saying this, yet when that same lady says no to you for the first time when you knock their doors, you don't stop. You keep knocking her door until she says yes. You know, let me now put this in a very, very simple term and make people understand why sometimes you should never let go, why sometimes you have to fight for the love. See, men will come to you, women, asking you for a relationship. Most of you don't always say yes on the first meeting. When a man sees you and a man comes and says that, you know what, you're so beautiful. Um, I think like we should be in a relationship. I'm falling for you. The answer is always no. Do they go away? Do they run away because you said no? They come back again. They try again. They ask for your numbers. You won't give. They don't get tired. Why? Because they are seeing value in you. But the moment these people say yes and you share bed and they give you money, now it is so difficult for this man to hold on to this relationship. It is so difficult for this lady to fight and keep this relationship just because sex is done, money is given, the trade is finished. You know, we have made love to look so cheap. We have made relationships to look like it's going to the shop, buying sugar, coming up here. You boil water and you put some spoons of sugar in the water and you drink, and it's done. You forget. You go to the shop, you buy another packet of sugar. It should never be like this. Let me tell you guys, the more you are making yourself ready to break up with relationships, let me tell you how this bad seed is always planted in people's lives. When you find it very easy to break up with people in relationships, you get into this relationship, after 1 month, 2 months, you break up. You get into another one, after 3 months, 4 months, you break up. What the kind of seed you're planting in yourself is the seed of divorce. People don't understand this. You see, the seed you plant in your life by these easy breakups every time you get into this relationship, oh, I don't care. You know, I don't care. I, if I don't care, I can't chase a man. I can't force a man to be in my life. You depart, you break up, you're planting a seed of divorce, and it will not be easy for you to stay in a marriage. It would never be easy for you to stay in a marriage because the by the time you were growing in relationship, it was so easy for you to move out of those relationships. It will just be as easy as that to move out of your marriage. So Sometimes we need to. Our parents fought for this relationship. Why were they fighting for the relationship? Go back home, sit down with your parents, ask them. Some of them were being beaten, not just fighting for the relationship. They were being beaten up, physical abuse. They will run to their home, to your grandmom, sit with your grandmom for 4 days or 1 week. Your grandmom will send them back to their home. And your grandmom will be very, very harsh with them. You know what? You have to go back to your home and fix the problem. And they will stay for 1 week, take up the things, go back to their houses and fix the problem. They were there. They fought for it. And that's why you were born. It doesn't mean that you've got to stay there physical when you are being physically abused. What I'm trying to say here, if you have a special relationship that you can see value in, people like Lucy who are saying, for me, I won't fight for relationship. These are people who date men without value. And I'm sorry to say that. You get into relationship with men who can't add any value in your life. So it is so easy for you to let them go. Because after all, what are they adding into your life? This is why I tell people that you see, before you accept to start being in relationships, filter people, be patient. There's no rush. We're not running to be in relationship. There is no race. There is no, there is no something like, a medal that you're going to win when you get a man or a woman. Be patient with yourself. Filter people. Have the value for yourself. Love yourself first. Get into this relationship with the value you can give so that at least you can also see the value from the people that you are loving. What is the value? Like when you're getting into this relationship, the easy thing is, what is in this man that is going to change me for better? Apart from good sex and money, what am I going to get from this guy? What kind of lessons am I going to learn from him? Apart from just, screwing me from 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. in the morning, round after round, what am I going to get from him? Because this round after round, I can even get it from another guy. And if one man can't give me, I can go out there and, trade on sex and get it from multiple people. What is the value that you are getting? What is this value you are getting from this guy? My brother, what is the value you're getting from that woman apart from her beauty? Apart from her beauty, apart from her walking style, apart from the perfumes that she wears, what are you getting from her as a person? When you will leave her at home with your kids, what values is she going to impact into your kids? The moment you understand this, I'm telling you, you will fight for that love. You will fight for it. I've met so many people who told me they'll never fight for love. But the moment they attended my class and I gave them 1 month coaching, they've always told me that, you know what, you saved my marriage. You know what, brother, you saved my relationship. I was ready to leave. But for sure, I identified that value, and that value has kept me in this marriage. I was thinking that this man was not right for me, but I had never identified the value. Guys, the moment you identify the value, there will be respect. You see, what is destroying most of relationships today, especially for the women? The people you are dating, you don't respect them. Let's just tell this plainly. Most of you don't respect the people you are dating. There's no respect for them at all because you do not see a reason why you should respect them. So, my question is, why should I be with somebody I can't respect? Why should I be in a relationship with a man I can't respect or a woman I can't respect? This is the question you want to ask yourself. If you can't respect them, they don't deserve you. If they can't respect you, you don't deserve them. Simple. Find the reason as to why that guy is so special. I always tell this to women: subtract sex from that relationship, subtract money from that relationship, subtract beauty from that relationship, subtract wealth, subtract everything that you can see with your eyes. Then what do you have remaining as a person, both from him and from you? Once you have subtracted all this shit, what do you have remaining? What lesson do you have? Are you gaining spiritually? You see, um, I love some messages. Sometimes I get some messages from my friends and sometimes my fiancé, and I just laugh at some messages. And there's a message that was shared to me like, if you have a man who can share with you without judgment, spirituality, you can talk about spiritual lessons. You can talk about your finances, financial lessons. You can talk about family values. You can talk about naughty things, the styles, how you breathe, how you do it. And a man you can fight, and the next second or next hour or next day, he is there besides you, trying to find out the reason why that fight was that extreme. Then you have a man. An all-rounder person who has got all these qualities. Because, guys, let me tell you something. Life is not about a smooth road. Life is about a zigzag curve. Sometimes you are up, sometimes you've got to go down. Sometimes you go plainly, sometimes you have to climb again. A man is a man when he can sit down with you and discuss with you spiritual things. A man is a man when he can sit down with you and discuss with you financial things. A man is a man with when he can sit down with you and be naughty, make you feel like you are a child. Go back to the kindergarten time. Go back to those times when you could call each other, I'll be a father, I'll be a mother, who is the kid? If he cannot get you to that position when the relationship is so official that you cannot talk about naughty things, it is so official that you cannot, there's a problem. And these are the things that we have. These are the kind of relationships we have. And that's why it is so hard for people to fight for love. It is so hard for people to fight for their men. It is easier for a woman to just leave a man to go with another woman because they don't see the value in these people they are dating. It is so easy for a man to say, let her go. What does she have? After all, what she has, every woman have. If you cannot identify something in your woman that you cannot get from other women, that is not your woman. I'm telling you. Take me to court. I will bring my lawyers. I'm telling you the truth. If you cannot identify one thing in that woman that every woman you see around doesn't have, then you don't have a woman. If you cannot identify one thing from that man that you cannot find, there's a comment here that I don't know if I can get that comment. There's somebody who said that I don't know whether that comment is here. Somebody said that nothing is in this world is worth fighting for except wealth. Yeah, there's this user something who commented and said nothing in this world is worth fighting for except wealth. So guys, these are the kind of comments I always love when I see them on my posts. Imagine somebody is trying to tell you that she cannot fight for a woman that is in love with her, with him, or she cannot fight for a man that she loves, but then she can fight for wealth, or he can fight for wealth, because I don't know whether this was a she or a he. So if at all the woman in your life is not wealth to you, if at all the man in your life is not wealth to you, then so why you are in that relationship? If if your family, a woman is in your life is a family, and family is the beginning of wealth. There is no any other important wealth than a family. There's no much important, there's no better wealth than a wife, a husband, and a child. So if this person is telling me that he can fight for wealth, but not a woman, he can fight for wealth, but not, and there is somebody in love with this guy. The guy who commented here, he's in relationship, but the person with him or her, I don't know whether it's a she or he doesn't see them as a wealth. These are the kind of relationships we have today. You are dating somebody who sees you as a trash, as a garbage, but he's in relationship with you. He doesn't see you as a wealth. He doesn't see you as something important in his life, because wealth is something that is important in your life. It's something that changes your life, that brings something new and something important in your life. So if you are not that wealth, why are you in their life in the first place? What are you doing there? I love comments here. And I loved this comment from there's a lady here who is called K Hawk. K Hawk said that my fiancé befriended me for 8 months before I agreed to date, allowing me time. I love him. I respect him for being there when he did not have to. And this is what I've been asking men here. You claim you cannot fight for love, but when you knock the doors of these women, they always say no. You go again. You give them flowers. Some of them throw flowers. Tomorrow again, you will drive to their places. You hide behind their offices. Give them some, gift just to accept your love. Is this not fighting for love? Or people think that to fight for love, that you need to fight for with another man because of your woman. Come on, wake up, guys. Open your mind, open your head, open your ears, open the inner ear, open the inner eyes. Don't just see with this outer eye. Don't just listen with this. You can listen to we motivational speakers. You can listen to some of them saying, never fight for love, never chase love. But do you ask yourself a question like, but really, what kind of love is this person telling us not to chase? And which one is chaseable? Which one can be forced? Which one can we fight for? Have you ever asked yourself that question? The people telling you never fight for love, never chase love, are people who are saying the moment somebody is not respecting you, you are in this relationship and this person is cheating, this person is sleeping with everyone out there. This is nothing you can fight for. But when somebody is valuable, Violet, thanks for those flowers. HRP, thanks. Aliyah James, thanks for those flowers. When somebody has got value, value that can help you, value that has got something important, you can't just leave them go. You cannot see another woman snatch your man and you're just there that, men are so many. Yeah, there are so many, but they have got different values. Each and every man has got a value. And that one value is what you've been looking for. You guys are not finding true love because you do not know how to identify the value that you're looking for in a relationship. Come on, guys. Let's be much, much more better than this. Guys, don't forget to, like the video if you're watching on YouTube or watching on TikTok. Please keep smiling and keep liking the video. Um, I want to see another comment here. I can't fight. This is Ann David. And David is saying, I can't fight for somebody to love me because the person is not a toy that you can control as your heart desires it. It's called love. Guys, we need to learn. We need to identify the value. We need to know the real meaning of love. It's not about relationship. Let me tell you, and I'm sorry to tell you this, but trust me, this is going to help you. Today, as you finish watching this video, I want you to ask yourself a question. Ask yourself this bitter question. Am I really in love or am I in relationship? There's a difference between being in love and just being in a relationship. Being in love is when you understand the reason why you are there, and it's a genuine reason that can make you to fight for that relationship. But the moment you're telling us that, oh, men are everywhere, why should I fight for it? You are not in love. You are just in a relationship. And this relationship is not giving any value in your life. The best thing you can do is to stop it. The best thing to do is to get yourself out of this hook, because you're wasting your time. When you are in with something that is valuable, you can never let it go. Let me tell you something. I want to give you an example. And if you're living in the village, you will understand this. There are some shoes that you can leave outside on the veranda. There are some of your shoes that you can keep outside the door on the veranda. But there are some shoes that you cannot even keep at the sitting room. You have to keep them away and lock that wardrobe. But do you know what? All these shoes are used to walk outside on the mud. When you dress and you wear them, you're going to walk the same place where all those kind of shoes are going to take you. Why do you take these other shoes and keep them safe, yet other shoes you're keeping just outside your door? Value. Value. Let me tell you, the moment you identify value in your man, you're going to keep them like the shoes that you're keeping in a wardrobe. But until you understand the value of a man in your life as a woman, you will speak the language of everybody. Love. There's nothing about love. Men are just same. I don't think I have to waste my time fighting for a man. You will speak that language. And the moment that language is in your tongue, you will never ever identify the value of a man in your life until that time when you are so tired, old, tired, and you need that man. There's a time I said here that yes, even me, I'm still young. But let me tell you, I speak to elderly. I speak to my grandma. Even today in the morning, in the afternoon, I was speaking to my grandma. I spoke to two of my aunties because my parents died. So, I'm this person who is much more into my grandmom and my aunties. Those are my parents at the moment. So when I speak to them and I speak to her and I speak to my grandmom, and my grandmom tells me that she keeps reminding me, um, John, how about your relationship? How are you people faring? And I'm like, Shosh, just take it easy, Shosh. Just be patient. We are okay. And Shosh is telling me that, you know what, John? I am telling you this because in my age right now, I really, really feel that I would be having my man besides me. But I don't have a man. He died. If God gives you health and you reach my age, you will understand why it is very important to have a woman in your life. And I'm like, but shows, I have a woman. That, yeah, I'm just reminding you, John. And I'm like, so what about it? Tell me more. Then Granny tells you that, you see, it is okay for everyone out there. Women, you guys of nowadays, I hear you saying that, oh, there's no need to get married. There's no need for having children. There's no need for a family. These things are cheap, easy to tell before you reach a certain age where you want to see your kids doing some things for you. You reach a certain age where you need to see your man coming just to tell you that you still have a beautiful skin, a beautiful face. There comes a time when money cannot do anything. Right now, you've got money. You will tell us that, oh, why do I need a man? If I need to go here, I'll call somebody, I'll call for delivery, I'll do here, I'll drive my car to the shop. There reaches a time when even climbing that car, you cannot. If God gives you peace of life to reach that age, there reaches a time when you are not sick, you are not weak, but your mind has a lot that even sitting inside that car is a problem. You need somebody to sit by your side in that car. And that time, even money cannot buy you that person. That's why you need to identify the value. Identify what that value is. That's why my grandmother reminds me every time that there is a value in a woman. And I'm like, oh, Granny, but Granny, come on. Granny, these women nowadays, they're just same. Hey, my grandson, they are same. But see, there is something that I have that even these my daughters don't have. Now she's telling me about my aunties. My grandson, there is something in me here that even these my daughters don't have. And I'm like, so shows, Granny, what about it? If I was your woman and you loved me so much, you would have known. And I'm like, okay, okay, Granny. So you mean there has to be something? And I'm smiling inside me because I know what she's talking about. I know what my grandmom is talking about. Guys, there reaches a time when you will need this person that you're trashing. Never trash a human being. When you identify the value, fight for love. Guys, fight for love. It is worth if you understand and know the value of what you're fighting for. I'm not saying that fight for a man who's cheating you with many women. I'm not saying that fight for a woman who is draining your pockets and leaving you dry. But I'm saying fight for a woman who has got value. How do you fight for them? You fight for them by loving them the best way. Fighting for love is not forcing things by, telling them you must love me. Fighting for love is making sure that you love them the way they are supposed to be loved. Fighting for love is making sure that you provide environment that is suitable for them not to leave you. Fighting for love is making sure that you reciprocate whatever you are getting. That value, when you appreciate it, you give what it needed. You see, sometimes I say this, that your employees will treat your clients or customers the way you are treating them. If you have a company, if you employ people, if you have a maid in your house, your maid will treat your kids the way you are treating her. Trust me. You cannot treat a maid badly and expect her to treat your kids well. You cannot treat your employees badly and expect them to treat your clients well. It happens. That is nature. The same way, you got good values in a woman and you are mistreating her and you expect her to treat you well. You've got good values in a man and you are mistreating this man and you expect him to give you good vibes. It never works. Fight for your love. Provide the values that you can see in them. Let me tell you something, guys. You see, I've had a lot of communities. I've had people talk about, marrying a girl who's a virgin. And I've talked about this also here. You see, our parents and grandparents used to fight for love. Number one, during those times, maybe 50 years ago, 40 years ago, 60 years ago, most of the women, if you ask your grandparents, those who are watching here, if you're 18 years old today and you ask your grandparent, for example, what age did she get married? Or perhaps some of your mothers as well. What age they got married? You realize that they got married at 18, they got married at 16, some of them at 14, some of them at 13. So, what was the value in this kind of marriages? You'll be told that some cultures, and it is still practiced to date, a woman was supposed to be on her honeymoon. They were supposed to be given a very white sheet and they were put in a certain room with some kind of, elderly people who knew how to understand the difference between a normal blood and a blood that is brought out because of cut of the virginity. And that was the value in a woman at that time. And when a man gotten that a woman that he was marrying was a virgin, that woman got the respect, the total respect from that man. That's number one. And that man protected, defended, and fought and did everything that is possible to keep that woman. And not only that man, even the family members from both sides, the family members of the lady, the family members of the man, they really, it was a value. That was the value that woman provided to men. Let me just be frank with you guys. That was the value, the measure of value, the virginity. But it was so possible because these women were being married at 13, 14, 16 years old until 18. Ask yourself a question. In this generation, averagely, today, in today's generation, what age are women breaking their virginity? It's between 14, 16 to 18. The curve, like you can just go higher a little bit to 20 years. Most of the women, like 80% of the women, break their virginity between 14 to 20 years. All right. So they have lost that value when they break it. So when you are going to get the second man or the man who now wants to marry you, the value has reduced because for sure that is a value. That is a value. And I watched a video recently on TikTok. It was shared on TikTok. There's a certain Pakistani family that shared a white cloth when their daughter got married, and the daughter was virgin at I think 25 or 20 something years, and it went so viral. Why? Because there is value in that. There is value in that. I'm not saying that it's only virginity for a woman that provides value, but I'm trying to explain to you to understand how value can be arrived at. How can you estimate? How can you see that you've got a certain value that someone else doesn't have? Today, you parade women, like take sample 100 women, just randomly call some 100 women and put them together and test how many of them are virgin. Hardly you'll get one. Hardly you'll get one. And you'll ask them, are you guys married? They will tell you no. But virginity gone long time ago. Who took the virginity? Men. Where are these men? Nowhere to be found. And the same men who took their virginity, they will be saying that, oh, she's not virgin. No. Where did the values go to? When you identify the value in you and in him or her, it's done. You can be happy in any kind of marriage. Somebody, um, I don't know if she's here. I'm sorry, sweetheart. One of my students last week when I was coaching her, we started talking about this value in terms of you find a woman getting married, and the next day she's coming back to their home and saying that this man is not good in bed. Okay, a woman just got married today. The next day or the next week, she's back to their home. The reason why the man is not good in bed. So the question that gets into my mind, where did she get the marking scheme? Where did this woman get the marking scheme to show her that this man is not good in bed? You see, our grandparents, our grandmoms, and some of our mothers were married virgin. They didn't even know what sex is. In fact, some of them did not even know that they were getting married, they had to do this. They knew it after they were told that, you know what, now you and this man are supposed to be together and do this and this to get babies. They didn't even know. But today we have these people who have done it in professional way. Okay. So you marry them and they're like, oh, he's not good. Where did you get the marking scheme is my question. To judge that, okay, let me tick doggy style, not yet done. Okay, X, he doesn't know. I don't know. Some are called butterfly. Oh, he doesn't know that. Some are called what is this, cockroach? He doesn't know. Where did you get the marking scheme? That is how we have lost it. Then we are calling, oh, I cannot fight for love. You don't have to fight for a man. You don't have to fight for a woman. How are you going to fight for a man when you know doggy style, you know butterfly, you know coconut, I don't know, all these things, you know them. You're getting a young guy who is so innocent, who has never walked and have never scooped all holes, is so naive, knows nothing, but with your experience and, hopping from this man to that man, this man to that man, you're like, oh, I cannot be in that house. He doesn't know anything in bed. People used to teach each other. They used to start from nothing to something. And that's why it was so peaceful. Nowadays, it cannot be peaceful. You have to understand the value and fight for love. Stop entertaining breakups. Stop breaking up aimlessly with people like, okay, he did not take my call, I block him. Finish. I don't need this relationship again. Oh, the last time I called him, another woman picked the call. I don't want this relationship again. Stop entertaining breakups. Stop breaking up every time. And how do you avoid this? You avoid it by, first of all, getting into relationship with people you respect, getting into relationship with people that you have identified their value in your life. I'm answering questions. If you have questions, come on, raise your questions about this topic today. I will be so glad to answer them. I see. Let me just read some comments from YouTube. Maureen, Iron Lady, thanks for coming. Network Apakwangu. Sorry, Maureen. My first day here. My first day here. Okay. Honestly, from the time I started attending your lessons, it has changed me. Now I'm fighting for the past relationship, but I don't want you show him directly. I do reflect happy moments. Okay, all right. I see that. Good morning. I used to be in love, but now I'm in a relationship. Yeah, we talked about that. I think you are replying to that comment. Is that like being prostitute, breaking in the relationship? I understand now. We should fight for what we value. We should fight for love. Thanks, coach. Exactly. Breaking up from this relation to another makes you a prostitute. Because see, you're with this guy, the next day you're with another guy, and you're sleeping with all these people. There's a time that I say dating is okay, it's fine. You can date and then, date this person. In fact, sometimes I say dating multiple people is okay. You're not sleeping with them. You're not claiming you love them. You're just dating them. People confuse dating and love. You can be in a date, not love. You can be in a date. The moment you start sleeping with people, opening your thighs, you are in a date, but you forget that you're in a date. So you start to give your body out to people who don't even love you, people who are not supposed to bond with you. So if you break up with them, they've bonded with you, they've left their spirits, their DNA inside you, and you are running away, going to collect other DNAs. You get babies, sometimes babies that have got multiple DNAs and spirits. Somebody's even asking, but where did this kid come from? The mother is not like this. The father is not like this. Where did he or she come from? The multiple DNAs you've been taken from every person around. Okay. All right. So there's a question somewhere there. Oh, thank you so much, Coach. Thank you, Faith. Faith is there. Let me know how to fight for someone who gives you a silent treatment, please. You see, listen here. And I think some people are still misunderstanding me here. Don't fight for what is not valuable. When a person decides to give you a silent treatment, does it mean that is it worth fighting for? See, stop. The fight here is not to force somebody to be here. The fight here is to keep what is valuable. Come on, guys. Get your inner ears and understand what I'm talking about. I'm not telling anyone here to go and start going back to that relationship where a man was cheating on her, where a woman was, drying his pockets, leaving his pockets dry. I am talking about fighting for what is valuable. When somebody decides to treat you silently, why would you fight for that? Unless there is something valuable about it, unless you are the problem, the reason why he is silent. So for you to fight for this, you need to ask yourself, why is he silent? This guy has got all the values. He's a good guy. Did I do a mistake somewhere? Then go correct that mistake. He won't be silent. But if somebody just goes silent with no reason, hmm, no reason, they're just silent, they're not worth the fight. It is not worth the fight. Come on, guys. Gives me thumbs up, guys. Give me thumbs up on YouTube. Please give the thumbs up out there. Give the thumbs up on TikTok as well. How do we handle a man who gives you zero energy in communication? Pack and go. Zero energy in communication. There's no relationship without communication. The moment communication dies, that relationship is over. You can always do whatever you can. People can fight, people can cheat, but if you know how to communicate, even after cheating, you can forgive someone. But the moment somebody is giving zero energy, as you have said, zero energy in communication, that relationship is dusted and gone. Because what are you going to fix without communication? With communication, somebody can explain why he cheated, and you can find a reason to forgive them if they've got that value. And you think, like, it's worth fighting for. Maybe I will leave him, I'll go to the next relationship. That person also is going to cheat. Will I again leave for the third one? The third one will cheat, and then the next thing is like, no, me, I don't want love. Love and me, it's impossible. Who told you you can't love? You can love. You just need to know how. My first day here, day about you are dating a man and can't call you. What can you do? I've talked about communication. I don't know how to say thank you. All right, it's okay. I understand. Thank you too. My weakness, I take too much focus on sensitive or small issues, and this has cost me so much. Um, we'll date it. We'll date it if you have got the money, you've got the time, hop into my coaching sessions. I'll help you to get out of this sensitive, focusing into these small sensitive issues, because it takes a lot of time to help you understand, to reduce the temper, because this is always about the temper. And we call it the fear of losing someone who is important in your life. Sometimes some people call it uh, being what? Oh my goodness, why is this word going out of my mind? Um, anyway, I will remember this word, and I'll tell you Willie date. So thank you for this piece. Needed it. All right, it's my pleasure. Nyasembo idinade, Nyasembo. All right, so it costs so much on past relationship. How can I deal with it? You can deal with it, Willie date. Um, as somebody also is at Sabu is saying, will date, I have the same problem. I don't know. I can't handle it. So let me tell you something, Willie date, and this guy, I don't know, last born or something. The best thing that you can do, you can come together for my coaching, and it will be so easy. It will even be cheaper if you come as a group. If you come alone, it might be tough, but if you come as a group, it becomes cheaper. Number two, coming alone is more private. Okay, so you can be so free to share something that you don't want to share with another person, which is a story for another day. But even still, if you come as a group or you come together and we reduce the price, you can get your session alone once or twice, in this kind of a manner, so that I can help you to get out of this. Yes, I know what happens with these things, and we can help you out of it to make sure that you love your relationship, right? I'm still waiting for other questions there. Adi maber nyasembo erokamano. Nyasembo umeni confused ati in auka. Ati in auka. Okay. I just love listening to your talk. Erokamano, bro. Machigni. Some guys now are taking me deep down to my roots. So I have to speak my roots. I know when I go to Luopin, some people don't understand what I'm saying, but those are people who are coming deep, deep, deep down from my roots. She says, I have just realized my husband has impregnated his colleague. We are just 1 year in marriage. I won't judge your husband. I won't judge you, and I won't judge the colleague that he did whatsoever too. There's a lot of things that happens in terms of this. What I will tell you, 80% of people are cheating outside there. Every kind of marriage has got issues. Every kind of relationship has got issues. Let nobody tell you that, you know what, run away from that relationship, run away from that man. Before you go, before you decide to go, find out the reason why he did it. See, sometimes God is opening up your eyes to see what is happening and you have never known. Maybe while this guy was dating you, he was cheating on you. While he was even wedding you, the day he was putting that ring on your finger, before that night, he slept with another woman. But it's time that God is now opening it into your face and showing you that, you know what, this is what your husband is doing. It is either you help him out of this problem, because sometimes we have got some problems in us that needs to be revealed so that we can be helped out of it. So when you run away from him, and this is the person that God has ordained and given you as a husband, you're not solving the problem. You need to understand why. And the moment you get the reasons, if it is solvable, solve it. If it is not solvable, you can seek for divorce. But divorce for me is always the last thing. It should be the last thing. Be there, find out the reason why. You might leave your husband for that woman, but that man is the best man that you needed. There was just something. Sometimes even we can be the mistake, but I do not want to put an excuse for a man who's cheating. Like, okay, when your woman has a mistake, then you have to go and cheat. That's not an excuse. But again, you could be a mistake or you could be the mistake somehow. Go find out. If it is so difficult for you to find out and you have got some little money, come to our coaching. Click the link there. You will see how much you can pay for a coaching, 1 hour, 1 month, 30 minutes. Do it. Let's talk. Okay? We can help you. I'm looking at some comments. Kindly, guys, like the video for the elevation in YouTube. Yeah, exactly. Thanks you, Maureen. I already. Those who are watching on YouTube, please don't forget to like my video. And if it's your first time, don't forget to subscribe as well. Um, at least I know how I'm going to Murife from this relationship. I've been alone. How many people know about Murife? Murife, don't run. Nyasembo aweyo toto okang'iyo kodi ka in kam kama. Hey, please. There are some people, I'll give disc to some people here speaking their mother tongue. It's not allowed, okay? I'm listening this keenly helping in a way, all right? Thank you, She. She, you can contact me if you can. We can talk about that. How to know that someone loves you, please. No, I won't talk about this because these are the stupid things that I'm so sorry. Anyway, Nuandita Lois, I'm sorry, okay? Don't take it with pain or something, or don't get me wrongly. But these kind of questions are not making sense to me. Coming to a platform like this and asking that how to know someone loves you, please. If you don't know how to know someone loves you, then you don't need love. Don't even try love. Just go back to yourself, try loving yourself until you know how to identify that this person loves me. We cannot help you. This one, forget it, guys. Nobody can help you to understand that you are being loved. If you cannot feel it, if you cannot see it, if you cannot get what you're looking for from that man, then who's going to get it for you? Okay, now I will tell you that, you know what? If he's giving you nice sex, if he's giving you money, if he's taking you out, and perhaps he's not taking you out because he cannot manage. Perhaps he's not giving you good sex because maybe he has got a problem. He's sitting too much, his back is painful. Maybe he's got some issues. Are you going to leave him? Maybe I will tell you that, if he loves you, he has to introduce you to his family. Maybe he doesn't have a family. No one can tell you this. The moment you know how to love yourself, it will be very, very easy for you to know if somebody loves you or not. This question and answer lies with you. Nwandita Lois. Okay, Lois? What if he keeps on cheating several times, forgiving and ends up repeating the same mistake? My fellow brothers and sisters, cheating can be okay once. If somebody cheats one time, for me, that is for me, on my opinion, it might be because of your mistake. It might be because it just happened, because after all, these things are happening out there. Okay? So if he does it and you know and you talk about it and you forgive, I don't see why you should be forgiving it for the second time unless you are a stupid person. Unless you are so kind. Unless you are so kind to be sharing your man or woman with somebody, right? So cheating One time is okay. You might go and find the reason why he did it or she did it. But the second time, I don't think you should be forgiving. There should be a problem. Uh, I'm philophobia and I don't how to do about it. Um, Nana is saying that she's philophobia and she doesn't know how to do it. So I don't also know I don't also know how to do what to do about philophobia. Nana, Philophil is saying, is it advisable to forgive a cheating boyfriend? I've talked about that. Thank you. Thank you for this topic. Topista, thank you as well. Value, value, value. Exactly, Maureen and Lady. Value, value, value. I see your comments on Facebook over there, guys. So, guys, if you love this, cheating is never okay. Get that. Be it the first or whatever. I disagree about that statement. No, that's why I said, according to me, I did not tell you to accept my opinion. That is according to me. And people always get it wrong. You know, this generation we are is a generation where people argue a lot. So people don't listen to what you say. They always jump into conclusion. I did not even tell you that cheating is okay or one time or two time is okay. I said according to me, in my own opinion, if I was to forgive and I can do that, for me, I can forgive. If my fiancé cheats me, I can forgive her one time because I would like to know why. And the moment I get the reason why she cheated, if I was the problem, I will forgive. For example, sometimes your wife or your husband is cheating because you don't give them time. You've left them to have time with the garden boy. You are a husband, you are coming home at 12 midnight. When you come, you eat and you go to bed. You are so tired because of working in an office. You do nothing on her. In the morning, you wake up 5 o'clock, you take tea, you leave the house and you go to work. You're working the whole day, coming back 5 o'clock. You're with this woman at home and the woman is never being touched. What do you expect? If she cheats, you want to throw her away? You want to blame her for cheating? Really? Let's also be logical here. You have a woman, okay? And you're never touching her. And you took her from her family. You're keeping her in your house. You're so busy with the work that you forget her. You never even touch her. What do you expect? She's gonna sleep with your houseboy. Is it her mistake? It will not be. For me, that's not her mistake. People are gonna, the problem with this generation that we have, people pretend a lot. People pretend that some people should be angels. We are human beings, we are not angels. Okay? We are not angels. And when someone cheats on you, and when you realize he always tells you that he normally be confused, no, that one chase away. I have said that if it happens once, if you have a heart to forgive, forgive once. Once you have forgiven and it happens again, I don't see whether you should be having a time to even discuss it. Finabiel says, I have learned a lot. Thank you. Thank you too. What are the values in man? What are the values in man, Maureen? Already that should be a topic for another day. That's a topic for another day. But these values, Maureen, these values should also be identified by you yourself because you totally know what you need in a relationship. And what we need from relationships differs from one person to the other. The things that I might be wanting or expecting might not be the things you expect. The things another woman expects from a man might not be the things you expect. So these things differ from one person to the other. So just sit down with yourself, try to rebuild yourself, try to find out what you can do and the things that you need from this person. Somebody also asked that how to rebuild trust. As I told you, this one I cannot, even if I answer you here, it will be very difficult for you to put it in practice. So if you want, there is a session that we do, healing, okay, and rebuilding trust with your uh, partner if they had cheated or they did blah, blah, blah. There is a session that I do. And if you click the link in my bio, you will find the charges for this course, and you can go through that program. It's a program where we will tell you why they cheated. We will try to question you to find out where the problem is so that you can fix that problem. And then after that, we will take you through what we call self forgiveness and reconciliation. And after that, you will go through what we call healing processes. Healing processes is where you start to rebuild the trust. Trust has to be there. Even after somebody has cheated, still you can build trust with them. It always depends on how you transition from the day they cheated, the day you found out, the day you approach the coach for it, the day you speak up, and the day you start to, heal yourself. You can find yourself with these people at the same place where you were before they cheated. Because, guys, let me be frank with you, because here I don't entertain people. I tell people the truth. So many families or so many marriages or relationships, people are cheating. It is only that you've never found them red handed. But people are cheating everywhere. You run from this person, you go to the other one. You are going to him, and he is going to cheat his person because already he has another person. So you're just going there to become part of the cheating for him with another person. The same to women. So sometimes you don't just run away from these people. You need to find out why and how can I get the solution and rebuild the trust. Me too have learned a lot. Thanks, God bless you. Violet McKenna, thank you. Very nice topic. Julie Keshi, my pleasure. Love is a scam. Madenge happy. Madenge happy, it will be a scam for you forever, my dear. The moment you have seen uh, or said and confessed that love is a scam, sure, it's going to remain a scam forever and ever in your life. Nothing can change it because our tongue has got power. So if you allow the power of tongue to speak negative into your spirit, it's done. You can never find love that is not scam. So first of all, if you want a true love and you want it to work, you must go and confess a true confession before God and cleansen your tongue to be able to speak seed that can grow in you. The seed that is growing in Madenge Happy is a seed of scam. So anytime you will try to get into love, it is going to scam you because you have planted that seed by use of your tongue. So if you want it to work for you, you must first of all go and cleansen yourself by confession and repenting away from this seed of whatsoever you're talking about. What is the topic, if I'm allowed to be asked? Prayer Warrior, I'm so sorry. You can go to my YouTube channel. You can see the topic because we are almost finishing now. You just came now, Prayer Warrior. But the topic was about fighting for love. And we have talked about so many things. And maybe you have missed it, but remember, I'm always on YouTube, so you can follow up this video over there. Please, I have a personal question. How can I find you, please? Julie Keshi, I have a link on my TikTok bio. If you go to that TikTok bio, you can find a link there. This link can take you to my WhatsApp number. This link can take you to my community area, and that community area was supposed to be closed because I gave a 24-hour free session, free entry to that community area, and it is still open. I think my secretary should be closing it in some few minutes after this. It will be closed. So if you want to join, you can join. If you want to reach me out, you can reach me out. My WhatsApp number is there, Julie Keshi. Just, I know you are using TikTok, so you know what profile means. If you go to my profile, you'll get a link there. It's written link tree. Use that link tree to send me a message on WhatsApp, and then we can link up. I'm so scared of love. I am in a relationship where I don't understand where I stand. Prayer warrior, you need prayer and you need warriors to pray with you to help you get out of this stress. And I hope that it will be good for you. It shall be well. It shall be well, prayer warrior. Otherwise, I think we have I've answered every kind of a question that was traced there. So may God bless you. Have a good night. Have a good morning. Enjoy your days wherever you are. It depends on what time zone you are. See you again next time when God gives us or grants us peace of life. So, asanteni sana. Thank you. Thank you. And take care of yourselves. Okay, guys? May God bless you.